Hello and welcome to another update on the Tigard real estate market. My name is Steve Thoele, principal broker with Premier Property Group. And this update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, April 23rd. So I'm going to share my screen with you now and we'll go through the info with you. So this last week I showed we had 21 new homes come on the market in Tigard. You can kind of see it's been pretty steady over the past 8 weeks. Had a low of 14 listings and a high of 29. And end of the week at 136 homes active on the market, which again, you can kind of see is, fairly tight range, a low of 122 and a high of 147. The median price and days on market for the active listings. Price has been on the rise in total here. We had a low of 753 8 weeks back, high of 775, and this last week we came in just below that at 773 for these most recent 136 listings on the market right now. And then the days on market, we were about a high of 72 days here about a month ago, and it's dropped down to 51 days as of this last week, again for these 136 most recent listings on the market in Tigard. Okay, moving along to pendings. Pending sales. This last week I showed we had 19 pendings in Tigard. Again, you can kind of see it's been pretty steady over the past 8 weeks in terms of weekly pendings. We had a low of 16 and a high of 25. So we're kind of right pretty close to right in the middle of that. And then in terms of total pendings this last week, just dropped one down to 118. But again, you can kind of see over this past month, it's been very steady at just, plus or minus a couple listings. The median price and days on market for the pendings, you can kind of see we had a low of 620,000 8 weeks back, high of 645 this last week. Kind of came in between that high and low at 633. And then the days on market, we had a low of 9 days here 7 weeks back. It got up to 23 days here, about 3 weeks in a row. And then this last week dropped down to 18. So 18 days of average market time for these most recent 118 pendings right now. And then finally, we'll look at sold listing activity. So as of the time I put the info together, I showed we had 20 homes last week close in Tigard. And that has been pretty consistent over the prior couple weeks. Had a low of 11, high of 25 over the past 8 weeks. When I look back over the prior 4 weeks of closings on a week-by-week basis, this last week we came in at 72. So 72 closings over the prior 4 weeks, and up from the low of 63, which was 2 weeks ago, but down from where we were earlier in the period where we were at 85. The median sold price and days on market for those solds, we had a low of 556 that got up to 605 for a couple weeks, and then last week came in at 588,000 for the most recent 72 sales in Tigard. And then days on the market, you can kind of see that's definitely been dropping over the 8 weeks here. We had a high of 22 days 8 weeks back. This past 3 weeks now we've been right at 5 to 6 days of market time. So really indicates homes that have been closed have got into contract very quickly, under a week time. So, continues to, be a pretty active, hot market in Tigard. And then finally, we'll look at the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. So that weeks of inventory, kind of a measure of relative supply and demand. And you can kind of see we got down to about 6.5 weeks or so here as a low, and then a high of just under 9 weeks here 2 weeks back. This last week came in at about 7.5 weeks of inventory right now in Tigard. So about a little under 2 months of inventory right now in Tigard. And then the sale price as a percent of the list price, that has been rising, showing, offers been getting more competitive again. So we had a low of 97% here 7 weeks back. And kind of see we hit 100 here 3 weeks, and, just underneath that the last couple of weeks here. So, homes that have been selling on average very close to list price. So we're kind of back in a pretty hot seller's market. It's marked by just, a limited amount of inventory. and steady demand out there, even though rates are, kind of still up in the mid sixes or so. There's definitely people out there looking to still purchase homes. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Hope that was helpful as always. If I can answer any questions or be of any help with your situation, if you're thinking about buying or selling a home, we'd be happy to talk with you. My phone number and email are down below this message, so feel free to reach out if I can be of any help. And if this video has been helpful or informative, I always appreciate any likes or comments that you have. And if you already haven't done so, really encourage you to subscribe to my channel. It's a great way for you to stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So I hope you have a great day and week ahead. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next update.